that's literally what is happening, what landfall is expected. But let me get you a little bit closer, because I know this area so well. The European model right here, taking somewhere, I would say right around Marathon Airport, Key Colony Beach. Right through here with the GFS, that's Worldwide Sportsman. You're talking 20 miles distance from here. And then into the Everglades. And don't think that's going to slow things down, because the Everglades really don't have much land. It's all water anyway. We're going to fill up this bay, Cutler Ridge, Cutler Bay. We're going to see significant flooding there. Then we get you into Miami. And I've drawn everything here in blue that's 6 feet above sea level or less. So we're going to see at least this surge. Look at downtown Miami, completely wet. Right where you are, Chris, is going to have storm surge 6 to 10 feet, and that will take out power. Even in the high-rise buildings, you're going to be surrounded by water. Why would you want to be there? Be surrounded by water. Why would you want to be there? It's time to get out, because they told you to get out.
All right, Chad, water can be weaponized. That's what you've been telling us. That's what we hear from the officials down here. Standing water can be used to flood areas. It can knock out power. But let me get Chad back for a second, because this dirty side of the storm thing, I want to hear more about that, because that's one of the acute concerns. Clockwise movement of the wind is also working.
Dangerous, and every hurricane is different. So let's take a moment and break down the anatomy of Irma, because with Irma, we have really got to focus on the winds and the storm surge. Now, that hole that you see in the very middle of the hurricane, that's the eye. That's where you're going to find very peaceful air. But just outside the eye is the eye wall. And this is where you find the strongest winds. Irma's 155-mile-per-hour winds are confined to a band that is just 35 miles from the eye. So wherever that eye is making landfall, that is where you get the most devastating damage. And just outside of this, there's another band of hurricane-force winds, not quite as strong. They extend an additional 35 miles. And here's where you find winds that are sustained at about 74 miles per hour or stronger, but not as strong as that eye wall. And the rest of this huge storm is primarily tropical storm force winds. And those are winds that are 39 miles per hour or stronger. And they go out another 140 miles. This thing is enormous. But keep in mind, you can always get some stronger wind gusts sort of anywhere in the hurricane. But it also matters what side of the storm that you're on. The worst part of the storm is the front right quadrant. That's because you're getting all the peak winds, but now it's combined with the forward progress of the storm. This is also the part of the storm that's going to pop and spawn a lot of tornadoes. Now, on the left side, it's still dangerous, don't get me wrong, but the winds are going to be a little bit less, because you now have to subtract the forward motion. So, look, I'll tell you, it's a beast no matter how you look at it, and either it's the top of the storm or the bottom of the storm. Pushing water onshore for the East Coast, pushing water onshore for the West Coast. Storm surge is a huge problem. Charlie?